Hi everyone, Char here. So we're looking at another budget build today. Last video we used Oberon to farm Saren, and today we're going to be using Saren to farm Khora. So, Saren is an amazing nuker and incredibly versatile and survivable, which makes her ideal for pretty much any piece of game mode that you ever want to play. Today we're going to be looking at a specific build for Sanctuary Onslaught that just prioritizes range and uses regenerative molt as her augment, which is just an incredible augment. We're going to be using the Ignis wraith, but a very bare bones one. Why, thank you, Ortis. Okay. So the trick here is you want punch through and fire rate for spreading spores and dealing with nullifiers. Now, you're also going to be wanting to run Xeneric as your focus school for energizing dash. If you don't know what that is, you're going to have to play the war within before you can use this build. But we're just going to get right into it. So Saren infects enemies with spores and then can spread those spores for infinitely scaling damage until the enemy dies. If an enemy dies under the effects of a spore, the spore will not spread. You have to actively kill that enemy. So that kind of stops it from being just set and forget. But we're going to see that in action right now. So, this person is now infected, and then on your bottom right you can see we infected three other people. So the key here is range as well. So I'm going to press 4. I'm going to press 4 once I find whoever's, there it is. Hello? Where are you? Yeah, there you are. God. Worst enemy in the game is an energy leak Ignis. By far. Woo! What a glide. So there we go. So 3 infected again. You're also just going to want to make sure that you're running around collecting efficiency orbs, because your efficiencies are going to suffer a little bit. So her 3, Saren's 3, adds 100% toxic damage to your weapon, which makes it, again, just easy to do more damage. And also, while it's up, any enemy you hit that's infected with a spore will automatically spread those spores as well. So there we go, we pressed 4 and doing more damage, spreading spores, it's all good. So the efficiency is shown on the top left. And yeah, we're just, we're just gonna play through this until, so Khora parts drop at round 2, rounds 4 at round 6 and round 8. There's a part each up until round 8, and round 8 drops 2 different parts. So you're going to need to play this game mode at least twice. But as there are only between a 5 to 11% drop chance for each point, you're going to have to play this a lot. I've personally played this about once a day for the last several weeks, and I still need the part that drops from round 6. So, depending on how this goes, may only play it till here. But yeah, so you've basically seen the basic idea. Keep your 3 up, kill enemies, keep your efficiency up. It's easy breezy. Yeah. So, other weapons I can absolutely recommend are the Archiplasmor, if you pair it with a high-firing secondary to deal with the nullifiers that you're going to be encountering. And trust me, you're going to be encountering them. Yeah. So yeah, basically gotten up to Sedna, you should have at least one weapon with an arcing catalyst in it. So use whatever that one is. Just use your best weapon, basically. Sanctuary Onslaught is all about killing fast. And, yeah. So yeah, we just got 300 endo. So the rewards aren't that great, personally, in my opinion, apart from obviously the Khora parts. So I'm just going to press 4 here, and on the bottom right we can see that anyone that dies under, so her skill's called miasma, so that anyone who dies under the effect of miasma will spread their spores, with the bonus being that the damage is doubled for any enemy under the effect of spores. So it's going to be taking double damage if they're infected, and then they're going to spread it. So making an efficiency strength build is also pretty viable. You can struggle with range in specific maps of this game mode if you don't have enough range, and that can really affect your efficiency. So you just want to make sure you're Zen dashing at all times as well. Just keep that energy up. It's important, like anything. Playing 370 damage. And that's also a corrosive tick. So 360 now. There we go, and it's increasing again. So that's a corrosive proc as well. So you're also stripping armor. Obviously, more importantly, you're doing just an insane amount of damage. But yeah. So, it's, again, Saren, just, what a frame. Honestly, a stupidly good frame. But, la balance. The other thing with Sanctuary Onslaught is your energy and abilities get reset at every zone. So just be aware of that if you're trying to manage your energy, sorry. Again, this is a really bare bones build for Saren. It's what I used before I got her Prime. And then, mostly because I don't like to put a catalyst on non-Prime frames that have an available Prime, or ones that are coming out soon, like Equinox. But yeah, Saren's horrifying disease can mutate and get stronger kind of by the second, because, that's not how bacteria work. It could be maybe a really, really, really fast replicating virus, but even then we're talking about hours, not seconds. But maybe it's something that talks to each other, like between quantum entangled virus mutates based on all the feedback that every instance of the virus is getting. I don't know. But then of course the issue is, wouldn't the virus change so much within each person that the virus would be rendered unrecognizable? I don't know. If you want to hear more about lore speculations, leave a comment to all the one person that watches this video. With farming for Khora is it's time gated, which is, hey, Khora chassis. $10 says that means I don't get the part I actually need. Now I'm going to press 2 and start regenerating health. Press 2 again. 90% damage resistance and status resistance to anyone around them. So that makes them the absolute must for taking out first. Because, otherwise it just ruins your game. Ancient Disruptors do the same thing, but for frame abilities only. So that is why you stop doing as much damage if a purple aura is around some of the infested. Yeah. Aha, like this. Goodness. Knockdowns, eh? What a mechanic. Everyone loves to circle jerk about knockdowns. Bonk. Also, if you don't know, DE's running an event right now where they're giving out the relics for Saren Prime every weekend. So the last relic should be around this weekend, or the weekend of this uploading, which is the 27th, for their anniversary event in March. So if you don't have Saren, or if you haven't played in a while, now might be a good time to get back into it. Also, they're reworking alerts, which is just neat. Yeah, so it's a good time to be in Warframe at the moment. I'm really excited to see what'll come in the future. And yeah, I do trust DE to listen to their community and, you know, make changes based on that. I think they've constantly shown that that's what they're capable of doing. Alright, are you ready for regular disappointment? There it is. Alright, and when you want to stop, just wait for the conduit to open and don't go through it. And then Samaris will yell at you, and it'll all be a good time. Alright guys, keep it breezy.